Truthfully in the building.
Yeah, so she writes these patterns and it looks like binary code, right? And then
So she codes.
no, it's this code that it looks like it writes a pattern. It's like 1C, 2C, 3C, 1B, and like it's a stitching thing, like where you got to do hook loops or something. I don't fuck if I know. Anyway, the point is, there's all these old ducks worldwide that love this shit, and they crochet stuff for their grandkids. So they buy the pattern, like the actual, not the item.
They don't buy this. They buy the thing that you...
The instructions.
Yeah.
How to
like
make
an IKEA package, and you got to make it. But you actually got to also crochet it.
crochet.
Crochet.
Yeah,
Ooh.
So it's the instructions on how to make it.
Okay.
But it hasn't got any actual physical thing. It's just the instructions. It's like a digital download.
Okay.
Okay, imagine a cookbook. The cookbook doesn't come with the chicken and the spices and shit like that.
No.
It comes with, so it's a cookbook for crochet.
Right.
Anyway, so they go on there and it's a digital download. So there's no postage, there's no storage, there's no stock and everything. And then she sells these patterns for about $8 or something.
Yep.
And she sells about, I don't know, 200 a week.
Impressive.
I know. So that's what she does. Anyway.
200 a week. Wow.
Yeah.
It's really good.
All right. It's a worldwide thing. She's fucking international.
No, because I remember
She got some serious followers.
It was like when early on here, like maybe our third or second time here, and she accidentally airdropped. She was trying to airdrop something or do something, and all of a sudden came on my thing. It was like a picture of a desk. And I was like,
A desk?
yeah, I don't know. It was something about her work. She's like, oh, sorry about that. I was like, no problem at all, Mrs. Brad. Lovely person. How did she put up with you?
I know. How was you spending time with her at the boxing?
Oh, we got very close, me and Mrs. Brad and her friend. We're all very chummy. Oh, just tighten it.
What have I done here? My kids hang off this thing. Is that actually doing anything at all?
I don't think so.
I've rounded the absolute shit out of that. Anyhow, I'll deal with that later.
Truthfully in the building.
That is still the greatest comment you've ever made inside these walls. And you didn't ever make it inside these walls. One more time.
Truthfully in the building.
I think it's even better because if you listen to the part before, Anthony's really trying to sell it as like, oh, like, what do you guys think about that? Being the professional one, which is a shock from him.
Should we listen to it?
Yeah,
Go on. Where is it? I think it's still in the editor.
Alex takes the win, boys. What do we think?
I couldn't say anything.
Truthfully in the building.
It was a great win there by Alex.
I couldn't talk.
No,
I couldn't talk.
You were speechless. Aljamain was trying to be the professional one, and
there's a professional.
and there's me just shitting on the whole operation.
But there is a big but here. This is for anyone that ever goes to a live combat sport thing. If you sit ringside and watch it, and then you watch it back on the TV, often you can view the fight very, very differently.
Absolutely.
Do you know... I will have to cut this bit out. It's where you're sitting.
Yeah, it is. It is where
you're sitting.
Which is why there's judges on three sides.
Who was that lady that eyeballed us?
The three blind mice. That's who was doing it apparently at this PCR event.
Who's that lady that eyeballs us from the other side of the ring? The whole time she was I thought it was Aljo. And I was thinking, nah, this woman's just staring at me.
No, I don't know. She probably just thinks we're some tools, which we are, but I mean...
She's giving me the eye. No, she wasn't. She was doing nothing of the sort. She's like, are we really scraping the bottom of the barrel to get these guys in here?
Well, they've seen our production value. And our quips.
Truthfully in the building.
That's still my favourite. Did you see? And not, how's this for just insults to the person? Do you know what that replaced?
Oh, the outlaw?
Yeah. Yeah, and
He's had a torrid time.
What's happening with Julie in the Outlaw Ward?
Can't reveal this one. Like, don't post this one.
Oh, okay. All right. All right. I'll just win it all back in Vegas.
That's what I said. I was like, oh,
Chase your losses. They can't run forever.
We have to have a night in Vegas now. I was like, well, get married.
Circus.
I was like, you and Stosh get married with Elvis. I got a bit of a pop in the family group chat.
Oh, nice. Beautiful. All right. Let's get into this.
289.
Chris Lee in the building.
Hopefully Chris Lee is not in the building for this weekend or next weekend's UFC 289. We've got Amanda Nunes defending a bantamweight belt. This should be featherweight. Just putting it out there straight off the bat. She hasn't defended it since Megan Anderson. When was that? 2020? 2020?
Yeah.
It was a while back.
Yeah.
Was it? Let's have a gander.
It was a long while
It was a while back. Let's have a look. Where are we? Megan Anderson. 2021, so
okay.
Still 2 years.
2 years.
They stripped Tony Ferguson for in about, 300, no, less than that, about 130 days, stripped Tony Ferguson.
Tony Ferguson wasn't defending 2 belts. I reckon that's their whole thing.
Surely, though, there's got to be an array of female fighters at the bantamweight division that aren't going to get a title shot saying, listen, I will fight you, but I'm going to go up and I'm going to fight you at featherweight. They're probably going to lose.
Where do you reckon Amanda's more dangerous?
Oh, she is just power, isn't she, at featherweight? I think she's more dangerous at featherweight.
That Pena fight still shocks me, eh?
The one she lost?
Yeah.
Someone tipped Pena that time. Do you remember her?
I just shouldn't have even brought it up.
Pena's got a chin. I think Pena would have to have the best chin in that division.
She lost a rematch, so
she did.
I still feel like I'm right on some accord.
She was dominant. Nunes was dominant in the rematch. They're going a third time. Like after this, have they booked a third one in, just depending on whether she wins or not?
I don't think so. It'll be depending.
Because this was going to be the third one.
Yeah.
This was going to be their third fight, then Pena pulled out for some reason. Yeah. I don't know what. Anyway.
I don't think they rebooked it.
Anyway, UFC 289. We haven't got any results from last weekend because we're doing 2 shows on one day because Aljo couldn't even turn up for today. Straight off the bat, have you ever seen two women's fights open up the card? Like, when was the last time you saw a women's fight even open the card?
Been a while.
And there's 2. I've never seen it. First up, Miranda Maverick is opening the card.
That's harsh.
That is harsh.
I feel like if you're a name, you shouldn't be on the opening the early prelim.
Against Jasmine Jasdavicios.
Well, good.
Did I say that?
I don't know.
Jasdavicios.
No.
Jasmine Jasdavicios.
Oh, maybe that one.
Is that how you say it?
I think it was that one.
We'll just call it Jasmine. Anyway, Jasmine Jasdavicios. Beautiful takedown defense. I was having a look at some of her old fights. She's quite a dominant fighter in the sense that once she gets on top, she can hold her opponent down. She's often the bigger fighter, and that's what she's done. Melinda Maverick is just pure power, though. She reminds me a little bit of Aspen Ladd. I don't reckon Jasmine is going to be able to stay on top of her. Jasmine's cardio is questionable. From what I've seen of her fights, she seems to start the first, say, 2 minutes of the round, very dominant in the sense of looking good, but fades very quickly towards the later parts of the rounds. So, I don't know. Maverick is pretty good. Maverick 4-2 in the UFC. Too strong.
She's solid.
I reckon she's too strong.
She'll win.
We're not going to go through the whole card here. I was just more impressed with the fact that two female fights.
Matt
not
Schnell?
fighters.
Matt Schnell?
Okay. Have we got any odds for this? Let's have a look at odds straight off the bat. Do we have it? No, we don't have any odds for any of this, so we're just going to... Miranda Maverick would have to be favoured here, and I reckon that's going to...
100%.
Too good. Okay,
there's no odds for 290.
Only the main one, 289. The only odds I can see are Amanda Nunes $1.85 and Aldana's $3.85. That's what I think. Anyway,
yeah, there's actually only Amanda and Aldana.
That's it so far. The second fight, Miranda Maverick and Jasmine kicking off the early prelims. I think this is harsh. Personally, I think this is maybe a co-main prelim.
Yeah.
I reckon that's fair. Only because the next fight is Diana against Maria Oliveira. These two have a combined UFC record of 2-5.
Maybe they want to try something different where they start strong.
But this second fight is not good.
As in the first one.
Oh, so start the early prelims.
Get eyeballs on the early prelims with a strong first fight to give more exposure to the rest of the early prelim.
I do believe, don't quote me on this, I do believe that ESPN are now showing the early prelims where they never have before.
No,
this
is
is
just
true.
be on Fight Pass and the ESPN Plus.
Okay. I'm pretty sure I watched the last one through Foxtel. Thanks to Diana Zavora from Foxtel, everyone. I do believe that the early prelims are now on Foxtel.
Good.
On ESPN. Anyhow, you're right, that would make a bit of sense going Miranda Maverick because that's a decent fight.
That's a decent fight. So you go, a few people go, I actually wouldn't mind watching that. Put it on in the background type thing. Or, we'll sit down and watch it. And then they get to see the rest of the card.
For the Australian crowd, though, what time would this actual early prelim start? 6:30 a.m.
6:30 a.m.
That's
on
not
Sunday.
That's not too bad.
Brad, if I'm waking up at 6:30 a.m. on a Sunday, something's gone severely wrong with my weekend.
I'm up at 6 on a Sunday.
Well, you're a weirdo.
Yeah, but that's not by choice. It's just two screaming kids calling for pancakes because it's Sunday.
It's Sunday Pancake Day.
Every Sunday, mate. Oh, it drives me insane. Anyway, that's it. The second fight, the Diana against Maria, is going to be garbage. That one's going to the cards. I think they're both going to lose. All right, moving on to the prelims. Hakeem Dawodu against Lucas Almeida. I'm quite confident. I swear I saw some odds here. I think Hakeem was the favourite in this one. I've seen odds. I don't know why they're not there. Anyway, Hakeem, Canadian. His hometown. He's good at Muay Thai. He only wants to clinch. That's all he wants to do.
He's short.
5'8".
Well, that's actually just a short 6. So
he's 5'8". Lucas Almeida is 6 foot. He is 6 foot. Supposed to be fighting Pat Sabatini in 3 weeks. They brought it forward. He's taller. He's
why is
a
he not
finisher.
fighting Pat anymore?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure he's supposed to be fighting Pat in July.
Pat pulled out?
Well, it was in like a month or 3 weeks or something. It was a while away, and he's brought forward to fight Hakeem, and I can't see any fighter from Hakeem dropping out.
So Pat must have pulled out.
But normally they'd push Lucas back. He wouldn't fight.
Maybe
Anyhow, he's fighting Hakeem. I think Hakeem's going to get finished here in front of his home crowd, and I reckon it's not going to end well for Hakeem. What's his record like lately? Has he done anything exciting? He's got mean tattooed on his chest. That looks like a mugshot. Who's he beaten? Who's he beaten that's decent? Lost a UD to Julian Rosa.
No one.
He missed weight at 149. 140. He should have fought at 145. Came in 5 over.
He's done it twice. No, it was Tukov. I missed it.
Nothing great there.
No.
Nothing great. So, anyhow, I reckon have we had it too good lately? Have we had the pay-per-views been too juicy lately? That we just
this just comes
that
back
we just
to my
demand great fights.
I don't think that's a problem with demanding great fights. There's nothing wrong with wanting great fights, whether or not you get them or not. And it happens with any sport. Sometimes you're going to have to see 2 shit teams. It's going to happen.
Happened on the weekend in the AFL with West Coast and
Hawthorn. Yeah.
How about a West Coast?
Oh, God. You know those memes going around? It's like me dressed up for my wedding and it's going like board shorts and stuff. It's like me dressed up for something's downfall. It's like him in a suit. That's me dressed up for West Coast's downfall.
They're not going right.
Yeah, sometimes you're just not going to get great fights all the time, but you kind of hope that you might get a bit of a surprise package. 2 unknown guys just going at it, have a really cool fight.
Yeah. I suppose the fight nights have been quite entertaining.
Fight nights have been quite good recently.
They've been quite good. I don't know. I think I asked too much of these people, personally.
I think you asked too much.
That's just me. Also on the Prelims, we got Imanov against Chris Curtis. I actually think this one will be pretty good. Okay, Imanov is 4-2 in the UFC. His only losses is to Strickland, which just happened in January this year, and his only other loss, you know who it was to?
Horse.
Oh. Phil
Cisco
Hawes. That's it. That's what people know him as. So he has wins. This is Imanov I'm talking about now. He has wins over top 10 fighters. This guy used to fight at welterweight. How the hell could a 6'3"? He's 6'3".
He's fought at everything. Look at him. What a freak.
He's 6'3". What is this one at? This one's a middleweight.
Middleweight.
Jesus Christ. Look, he's got a bit of Shane Burgos about him. Do you see it?
No.
You are not Burgos. Jesus. Yeah, Burgos. The one that lost to Barboza. Had the delayed reaction with a knockout.
I don't see
Shane
it.
Burgos. It looks exactly the same as Shane Burgos. Yeah, it's delusional.
You
You're
have,
talking about.
you have terrible, like...
If this is where I miss Aljo, he would have seen it.
Aljo's just the yes man, that's why.
Okay, he is. He's only 28 years old. Jesus Christ, he's fighting Chris Curtis, who looks like Childish Gambino. Do you tell me Chris Curtis does not look like that?
He lost to Kelvin Gastelum, who's really bad.
Kelvin Gastelum's gone full Jesus, hasn't he? You don't think he looks like Childish Gambino?
A little bit with the beard.
He looks exactly the same,
but also way more jacked.
Yeah. Oh yeah, way jacked. I was saying Childish Gambino without a shirt on. Yeah, that's what he looks like. He's not the prettiest looking guy, is he?
Um.
Okay, Chris Curtis coming off the loss. Gastelum's good. I think Gastelum is a very good fighter. He's been very unlucky.
Oh yeah, in the sense that he's had other people that are better than him.
I am
Don't you
not.
hate that?
I'm always a little bit concerned when people go full Jesus.
What do you mean he's gone full Jesus?
Didn't you hear his acceptance speech? No, like his post-fight interview. He went full Jesus. He went Chris Weidman, Rory McDonald level of Jesus.
No, he's just a big Jesus fan.
No, he's found Jesus. You know, there's a difference in between someone who and this is not having a go at Jesus or his Mexican brother Jesus. This is not having a go at any kind of religion. Okay, fully supportive of anyone that wants to go down that path. But if someone finds Jesus, I think they go a bit harder in the paint on Jesus. Do you notice that? Do you notice someone that that finds it later on in life and go, oh, I got to make up for lost time now, so I'm going to double down on the amount of Jesus?
So you reckon he's found Jesus?
I believe he has found Jesus. Well, his post-fight speech was a bit excessive to me. Rory McDonald's the same.
Maybe he was just stoked to have won.
No.
Because Kelvin doesn't win much. So maybe it had to be divine intervention because it's not his skills.
Kelvin Gastelum's a wonderful fighter. He was so close to beating Izzy. So close.
Oh, yeah? Did he?
Yeah, I can't.
I'll give you the Aldana treatment. Oh, we'll add that to the score. Benny Dairouche. 50-45. Injuries. 50-50. Draw.
You're a Benny DeRouche fan, aren't you?
I like him.
I don't think he's going to get it done. Anyway, let's go on. He's fighting Chris Curtis. We've been through that. Also light heavyweight. I don't mind the look of this. Khalil Roundtree Jr. Khalil Roundtree Jr. Have a look at some of the wins that this guy's got. He is jacked. He looks like every New York cop in like you know how there's the jacked African-American cop in New York that gets accused of something that he didn't do and then he's got to clear his name? That's exactly what Khalil Roundtree Jr. looks like.
He watched way too much TV.
He's got wins over Paul Craig. He's got wins over Eric Anders. Don't you dare speak badly of Eric Anders.
I wasn't going to think of it. I don't mind Eric Anders.
Eric Anders is
a fine.
He is a
fine human being.
He's a gift.
He's lost to Kutalaba though.
That's what
that's bad.
He's not at the same position as Michael Johnson.
11-5 is not a great record. That's not great.
It's not, considering he was 4-0 when he got into the UFC.
Yeah.
So what's that?
He went 2 on the trot with L's in the UFC, 2 wins, a no contest.
So he's 7-5 in the UFC. 7-5. That's not great. That's not great. The win over Paul Craig, though, that's saying something. That was in Scotland. I know it was a while ago.
What do you mean it's saying? It was 2017. That's 6 years ago.
Anyway, he's coming off 2 KO wins against what's he got? He's got the KO against Carl Robinson, and he's just won a split over Jacoby.
He's not too active. Oh, relatively.
Oh, well,
September, March.
2020, 2021 kind of limited people. There's this thing called COVID going around that caused a few logistical errors, logistical hiccups for some people. Anyway, he's fighting. Who the hell is he fighting? I don't even know. He's fighting, Chris Dorcas. Could the Dorcas brothers be the greatest fall from grace?
I think they're another one of just they weren't that good in the first place.
Kyle Dorcas. We're talking. I know Chris is fine. We're not talking about Kyle Dorcas. Kyle Dorcas was beating Kevin Holland with that head clash. Remember the head clash?
Yeah.
And they called him. Kyle Dorcas was winning that fight.
Yeah.
I believe he was. And then came back and then lost repeatedly and was cut. Chris Dorcas as well. I remember having a conversation with Aljo about Chris Dorcas. He was a bit like Tom Aspinall, where he was this new breed of heavyweights.
And everyone gassed him up that he's this new breed of fast, great with their hands, great with the wrestling heavyweight. What's he done now?
Geez, what?
What's he done since?
You are a hard man to please.
Absolutely.
He's come in, right? He's come into the UFC. He's KO'd Parker Porter. Okay, that's fine. Rogerio, KO. Olenek. Okay. Shamil, that one was impressive.
Those are 4 solid wins.
Oh, geez, here we go. You got to understand how close these people were. You look at Derek Lewis. If he would have beaten Derek Lewis then, he was a chance. I mean, it's a bit of a mess up there, but since then, Chris Dorcas has, Derek Lewis has shit the bed since the win over Chris Lewis, hasn't he? Oh, yeah, he's not done well. It's over for Lewis.
Yeah.
Over?
Yeah.
It's been over for a while, hasn't it?
Okay, but you look at what Dorcas has done since.
Chris Dorcas has lost 3 times. He's been KO'd 3 times.
So he hit the mountaintop with that Derek Lewis win. He beats Derek.
He didn't beat.
He fights for the title. Loses Derek. Okay. Derek's top contender. That's okay. Go to that next rung below. That next, good heavyweight.
Curtis Blades.
Curtis Blades is a solid fighter. Okay. Let's see how you go. You can come back up with the Dereks of the world.
Yeah.
Or, loss. Jairzinho. Jairzinho finished a lot of people, a lot of hype around him. Not that great. All right.
Terrible.
But at one point, there was a lot of talk about lost to Jairzinho.
Did Jairzinho have the worst call out of all time when he called out Francis?
Oh, terrible.
Yeah, I think Chris Dorcas has a chance of being cut after this.
Yeah.
If he gets KO'd here. So he's gone from...
This is at light heavyweight, though. Is it?
This one's at heavyweight. Surely it's at heavyweight. It's a light heavyweight.
Light heavyweight.
Jesus Christ.
New division, clean slate.
Jesus, okay. What do you reckon he's going to look like? Because he looks sloppy at heavyweight.
I think I would like to see how he looks. I reckon, you know what? New division, clean slate. Those losses might not matter as much. If he picks up a win here, could start to get the ball rolling. Light heavyweight is a division right now in rabble.
Light heavyweight.
It's a rabble.
It's a nightmare. But don't people, if they're getting KO'd, don't they normally go up as opposed to come down?
You can't really go up in heavyweight.
You can't, can you? Oh, I mean, you can't.
Yeah, but he might bring that heavyweight knockout power to light heavyweight.
He's going to struggle to make weight. Because he weighs in at about 245 for his fights.
But that's probably without cutting.
Boy.
No,
6'2". 6'2". There we go. 243 he averages.
So he needs to lose 30 pounds.
Yeah.
18 kilos.
Could you drop 18? Could you drop 10?
So was that a fat joke?
No. I'm just saying. Could you?
I think so. We just talk about how much those PCR guys drop in 8 weeks. UFC guys train for, all year round, 12 weeks. Then they've got world-class dietitians and stuff helping them out.
We don't. They train a bit harder than we do, don't they?
Yeah.
And considering what we eat some shit.
I eat
some garbage. Some absolute
My
garbage.
Saturday night meat box probably isn't in a UFC fighter's diet.
Oh, I ate nachos the other night. Like way too many nachos.
There's no portion control with Mexican food. That's why I have an issue with it.
Really?
No one has 1 or 2 tacos.
Have you ever had a
You have 8.
You ever had a breakfast burrito?
Yeah.
I had a breakfast burrito and I was hungry. And this is after the nachos. Because nachos, to me...
Hey, you had a breakfast burrito after nachos.
No, nachos the night before.
Oh, okay.
So smash the nachos. And they're corn chips, so they're not really filling you up. It had
No.
like a meat and it had lashings of sweet and sour. Not sweet and sour. Sweet chili and
Sweet chili.
Yeah, it had sweet chili, guacamole, and sour cream on it. It was delightful. Anyway, let's not get into this. Point is, I'd eaten too many nachos, and I woke up the next morning. You know, after you eat Chinese food, how you're hungry afterwards. I
Yeah.
had that kind of thing. So I thought, yeah, I'm still got a taste of Mexican. I think I still had some crumbs on my chest. So I went, all right, I'm on a health kick now. And someone said, should we go get a breakfast burrito? I said, done. So I went down there. They gave me this breakfast burrito that had egg and ham in it. And it also had a whole heap of Mexican rice in it. It weighed about 2 kilos, right? It was big, and I ate it. Anyway, the point I'm trying to make is don't follow me for any dietary tips because Chris Dawkins hasn't been on the blower to me saying, Brad, how do you cut down?
How do you do it? You look so good.
I know. Well, it's nachos and breakfast burritos. That's what it is. Who are we picking anyway? So we got Khalil Roundtree Jr. against Chris Dawkins. On the prelims, is this one for Chris Dawkins at light heavyweight?
Chris Dawkins has to win this to get things back on track.
He does. Could Khalil Roundtree Jr. can knock someone out though?
Khalil Roundtree can finish it. This is not an easy fight.
Do you reckon Chris is going to shoot?
I don't know. I actually have no idea. It's too hard to tell. He's fighting at a new division, 30 pounds lighter.
He might look good.
Has to weigh in 30 pounds lighter. By the time he steps in, he's probably 210, 215, 220.
Roundtree Jr., though, has fought some good fighters. He KO'd Carl Robinson, who is an excellent kickboxer. Went, nah, I'm going to trade with you. Knocked him out. Khalil's good. I'd like to see Chris win, but I reckon Khalil Roundtree Jr. is going to get this one done.
I agree.
Okay, nice. We agree on something. Next one. Matt Schnell, not the one from Cars. Against anyone with kids will know what I'm telling. This one I said, lucky to be headline prelims.
Yeah.
Schnell's lost two of the last 3, and Dvorak has lost his last 2. How the hell? Who puts these in order? Honestly.
A blind monkey.
Who puts these in? Who would be better? Here's the card here. Who would be better to headline those prelims? Chris Dawkins against Khalil?
Yeah.
Do you reckon that's a chance?
Yeah.
I reckon Maverick.
Chris Curtis.
Chris
Curtis is his name.
Yeah, against Imanov. Not bad.
Yeah.
They're coming off a loss. But then David Dvorak and Schnell are coming off losses.
Yeah, true.
I don't know. It doesn't excite me. I think there's going to be some cuts after this card.
Probably.
I just got this. Would you cut Khalil Roundtree Jr. if he loses?
Yeah. Happily.
If we did, could you imagine if we were in charge of the
There'd
roster?
be about 3 people fighting.
There would be no one. One chance to get it. If you don't impress me, it'd be a Dana White contender series
But
every
the
week. Try not to get cut. No one's getting signed. You just try not to get cut. Main card here. Dan Ige kicking off against Nate Landwehr. Ige's ranked 13. Cannot get a win over the top 5 guys. Look at some of his losses. Okay, he was on fire there, where he had that split win over Barboza, which was a brilliant fight. He looked very
Lost to
good.
Kader, lost to the Korean Zombie, lost to Emmett. He just fought for a title. Big names,
Massive
Big
names.
But again, he is just that rank below. Two ranks below, even.
He's almost been put in this position where these guys who are contenders don't have an opponent. And they go, all right, you fight Dan Ige and get a win.
If you fight Dan Ige and win,
you're
like a fight or 2 away from fighting for a title.
Yeah. But he's not that good, but it looks good because it's another
good.
win and you're active as well. Speaking of active people, when do you think we're going to see the return of the gift? Gregor Gillespie.
Never.
He's coming back. He's training. He's getting ready. He's coming back.
Is he actually?
I don't know. I tell you something that I predicted at the start of the year, and I'm still hanging on to it with dear life. Do you know who I predicted was going to be the middleweight champ at the end of the year?
No.
Marvin Vettori. He is a chance. I said at the start of the year, his odds were like 21 to 1.
How is he a chance?
Marvin Vettori, let's have a look at this. I can't even believe it.
Is he even fighting soon?
Yeah. He's fighting Cannonier, I think. Marvin, here we go. Look at him. Marvin Vettori, how old would he be? 29. He's set for it. Okay, so Vettori, if you have a look, he just beat Delitze. That was I gave him that win, and he's fighting. I'm pretty sure he's fighting Cannonier very soon. Yeah, he's fighting Cannonier. If he has a big win over Cannonier, do you believe? Let's have a look at UFC rankings here. Jeez, we are off topic today. That is unlike us. Okay, here. He's ranked 3.
Yeah.
If he gets a win, say Drekus, Marvin gets a win over Cannonier. Drekus gets the win over Rob. Do you reckon Drekus is a chance?
Yes. Drekus is very good.
He is good. I know a lot of our fan base come out of South Africa, so we have to talk them up.
No, I think he's very good.
Fajita's going up.
Jack Della's been dropped down 1 rank.
Where is he?
Oh, no. 14.
Jack Della. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, because Ian Gary came in. Yeah. Okay. If I don't see if Vettori, then again he's 40s twice, hasn't he? Jesus. Yeah. Anyway, let's get off this topic. Main card here. Okay, he's fighting against Nate Landwehr. Nate Landwehr, very aggressive. I do like him. He does look like an old man, though. He's very aggressive, and he's open to the KO. I like his finishes. I'm a big fan of Nate Landwehr, I'll be honest. I wasn't sold on him at first, but I'm pretty sure he's definitely a finisher. How many has gone to the cards? Yeah, so he's done well. Decent on the ground. Got a win over Ludovic Klein, who's no joke. Has he beaten anyone decent, though? Not really.
No.
Darren the Damage Elkins? No.
This would be a good chance for him. Beat Ego.
If he does, he'll be ranked. I reckon Dan Ego, he's at 13. I reckon
Nate
will go to about 15 and Ego will be out. I said, tell me that Nate Landwehr doesn't look like a sex offender.
You always have such nice things to say about the fighters.
Tell me that. Tell me he doesn't.
I'm not going to say
Tell
anything.
me he's not on some watch list. Where is he with that? He had a mullet at one point.
I'm not going to say anything.
Savage. Oh, yeah. That guy's definitely done some time. I'm a fan of Nate Landwehr, by the way. Next up, we have Mike Mullot against...
It's so surprising we didn't get a press pass for UFC in Perth. We're so professional and just...
So professional. These two guys, Mike Mullot against Adam Foggett. My ears.
It's Mike's hometown.
It is Mike's hometown. These guys both finishers. This is like Mike. If Mike gets a win here, this is going to be like, remember how Perth went off when Jack Della got the win? This is going to be massive for both these two. These guys are pretty much two unknowns. This guy, Mike Mullot, he is honestly, this guy here, 6'1", 31 years old. I think this guy's a real deal. He is excellent on the ground, a lot better than I thought, and he's knockout. Look at him. He's jacked.
He's jacked.
Absolutely
big
jacked.
Boy.
I don't know if you saw that.
They're both old.
Yeah, I suppose. How many?
31 and 34.
So he's had 2 fights.
That's not young.
They're finishers. That's the key. I thought this was very generous to have these two guys, as you see here, on the main card, like third, not co-main, but third on there. But then I went back and watched some videos, and I think these guys are used, and it's very smart by the UFC. These guys, this will be a big finish. I think someone's going to get knocked out
100%.
badly in this one. And I think this is very good to get the crowd fired up prior to the Oliveira Benny DeRouche fight.
Because normally you want the opposite.
So you don't want them to peak too early.
Yeah. You don't want the crowd to be exhausted.
Well, if Nate Landwehr gets a win, there's a chance that there's 5 finishes in this main card. Eric Armas,
I reckon that Mike Mallow and
Adam Foggett.
I was trying to think how best way to pronounce that.
Yeah.
I reckon that's a piss break. That's the piss break. Middle of the main card, smack bang in the middle. That's the piss break.
Oh, that'd be criminal. But Mike's the hometown hero.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Dana. So I'm saying Dana.
They don't have Wikipedia pages, so according to you, they're not worth anything. I reckon
They're not worth a dime out of my wallet.
Eric Anders is going to get the finish, no question. I reckon Nate Landwehr is going to knock him out as well. I reckon Mike's going to knock him out. I reckon could have knockouts here.
Might get slept in his hometown. And it's going to be harsh to watch.
What is the worst loss at home you've ever seen? Derek Lewis?
Derek Lewis. Who did Chael beat in Brazil? Did he beat a Brazilian?
He beat every Brazilian, didn't he?
He's beat them all.
Okay, let's have a look. Oh, misspelled his name. There we go. He went there and he beat someone. He lost Anderson Silva there, didn't he? Who did he beat? No.
No, he lost to Anderson in Vegas.
Where did he go to Brazil? He never fought in Brazil.
No, he was meant to fight Tito in Brazil.
Oh, okay.
After UFC, what's it called? What's Conor doing? What's it called?
Ultimate Fighter.
Ultimate Fighter.
Yeah.
Ultimate Fighter 3 Brazil. He was going to fight Tito.
Who's more disliked in Brazil, Charles Sonnen or Colby Covington? Colby Covington.
Recency bias says Colby,
Colby.
but I still reckon Chow will probably get murdered.
Do you like Colby?
I do.
So do I.
I like
so
Colby.
entertaining.
I like Colby. He's fun.
All right, moving on. Next one.
Benny Darouche.
We got Charles Oliveira.
Hey, did you know that Bilal's win on the weekend just a few weeks ago doesn't count?
How come?
Because the other fight had injuries. 5-0.
Gilbert, how good?
Gilbert had injuries going into it. Doesn't count.
How good?
The scorecard actually reads 50, brackets, injury.
Injury's worth 5 points. How good did Bilal Muhammad look the other week?
Amazing. It looks so good.
Unbelievable. How jacked is he?
Oh, it's huge.
He is
I would love
massive.
for him to do a piss test.
Huh?
I'd love for him to do a piss test.
Usada would be on his back. He looked incredible.
It looked good.
Those body kicks. Oh my God. It's a shame Gilbert was injured.
Charles, the fight now doesn't count.
Okay, let me.
I think Charles is going to beat Benny Darouche, and I think Charles is going to get the title back.
He was so popular, wasn't he?
Oh, I love him. How can you not?
Benny Darouche is only 34 years old.
I know.
He looks
94.
How thick is that hair?
Oh, what'd I do?
That is a helmet worth of hair. Benny DeRouche, he would have had a 5 o'clock shadow coming out the womb, I reckon.
Absolutely.
He is just, look at him. Where is he from? He's from California, eh? Let's look at Charles Oliveira for those who don't know about him. Oh, my God. What do you reckon? I tell you, this is what bothers me. This is what...
Shouldn't have been stripped of the title.
Stripped by Makachev.
No, Charles did it when he lost it.
Oh, yeah, when he didn't make weight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they allowed DC to hang on to the... Tell me this.
It was that dodgy scale.
Okay, tell me this, right? You know that that screen that they put up around him?
Yeah.
Do you reckon that's legit? Do you reckon there's not something in there? I've studied it because you know how I am at weigh-ins. I watch the weigh-ins very closely. I do believe that there's something in there in the sense of... All I'm saying, I'm not saying they do this.
Maybe.
But I'm just saying, imagine if there was, say, an elastic band, okay, that went from front to back inside there that you couldn't see, that was at about waist height, right? As you got in, if you stepped over it and it got underneath you, you can't see it, your hands are up, it would lift you just that bit. There's ways to cheat with that weigh-in. There's only one way around it. You know what that is?
For all UFC fighters to have to wear the same standardized clothes for weigh-in, that weigh an exact amount, so then they wouldn't have to strip down and stuff and have towels covering, so they'd know exactly what they'd weigh at all times.
And a digital scale.
I'm pretty sure they stopped using those old scales with the clinky things at markets in like 1784.
They can be manipulated so easy.
Why are they using them? I think because digital scales like it. If I hop on from one scale to another, it changes.
Yeah, but surely they can have something that's well, you reckon they weigh those little
So,
things
for example, we always use a Sony digital scale. This exact one. Go get yourself that, because that's the one we'll use at weigh-ins.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
I think that's a good way.
And then have it calibrated before each one. If someone does miss weight, have a second set of scales. No, because then that would cause controversy, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
But I think that digital scales are the way to go, because you've got to test them the same. Because if you've got those little weights that hang on the edge there, what's not saying that suddenly they don't weigh exactly 250 grams? No one knows.
No one knows.
I think there's I don't know. There's got to be a better way. And if you marketed that and you had weigh-in clothing, can you imagine how many guys would want to buy like Felice Herrig's weigh-in clothing?
It'd be unreal.
Or Jessica Rose Clark, probably Aljamain would probably try to buy him. He's got a problem, that guy. My only concern with Alex Oliveira in this fight, Charles Oliveira, Jesus Christ, not Alex Oliveira, Charles Oliveira, is if the Charles Oliveira that we saw from, say, Jared Gordon, when's that, 2019, if we see the Jared Gordon up to the Justin Gaethje Charles Oliveira come in, he can beat anyone. I believe he can beat Makhachev as well. But if we see the fighter that rocked up against Makhachev, if we saw the old Oliveira,
but that wasn't even a bad Charles that rocked up against Islam. I think he made a mistake, an uncharacteristic mistake to get himself in that position, and Islam, with how good he is, took advantage of it.
Do you think? I'm not saying that there was any shenanigans going on.
No.
Charles Oliveira was not the same Charles Oliveira that we saw against Gaethje or Poirier or Chandler.
Well, yeah, he'd just been stripped of a title. That's got to play on your mind.
Maybe.
100% it would. You've just been stripped of your title.
But you're still the champ.
He wasn't. Dana told him that.
I don't know. It depends which Oliveira rocks up. If the right Oliveira rocks up, he can beat anyone in that division, including Makhachev. If he doesn't, if he gets hit and goes into his shell, I reckon Benny DeRouche will finish him.
No.
You don't reckon?
I like Benny, but I think Charles wins this.
Let's have a look at Benny DeRouche. Oh, he is on a hot streak, isn't he?
Huge hot streak. And I mean, decent names.
So he went on a bad
Ultimate.
run, 2017, 2018. So he lost, I remember that flying knee from Barboza.
He retired Ferguson. Beat Gamrot.
He beat Gamrot. That was quite good, and that was quite a dominant win.
But that's not, like, to me, I don't see that and go, that's not a... like, you look at Oliveira's run compared to his.
Oliveira's run's 1,000 times better than DeRouche. But
I think DeRouche has been gifted a huge opportunity here.
So you reckon that if DeRouche gets up, he'd have to get a title shot, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
What about Bilal Muhammad? Bilal's record is...
Great.
Yeah.
I agree.
Benny DeRouche, though, has beaten Drew Dober, and Drew Dober was good. Okay, Camacho, no. Draco Close was good. Mm-hmm. Holzman, questionable. Carlos Ega Ferreira, he's better than I think people give him credit for. I know he did just win last weekend. Who did he get up? He got over Michael Johnson, flatline Michael Johnson. He's got
loses against everyone, Michael Johnson.
You are a hard man to please. What have I done there? Beat Tony Ferguson. That was quite sad. And
who do you reckon wins? Doesn't matter what Charles is rocking up. Doesn't matter what Doe's rocking. Who do you reckon wins?
I reckon Benil.
You reckon Benil Doe's?
I don't. I think Charles is a much better fighter, but I'm putting this down to consistency. I think Benil, the same Benil, rocks up all the time.
Yeah.
I think Oliveira.
But this is the same Benil that's lost to guys like Barboza and Anders.
Yeah, but I mean, you could say that. Look, he's...
whereas Oliveira improved. Oliveira got better.
He did. After that Felder loss, I thought, cut this child. He is not UFC material. But he is. And he did well. He's got so much better.
He's become unreal.
So you're tipping Oliveira?
Oliveira.
No, I'm going to go Benil. Only due to consistency. That's just what I'm going. All right?
Okay.
All right, you don't know what you're talking about. Last up, we have the Lioness.
Amanda.
We've got Amanda Nunes.
By the length of the Flemington Straight.
Do you believe that?
Yeah.
If Aldana gets this done, this is going to be great for the division. It's going to blow the division open.
Wide open.
Wide
open.
Wide.
Unless she goes and does what she did to Pena again and beats her in the rematch straight away.
The only thing that I am comfortable if Aldana does win is the fact that she's already... she'll get a rematch. Holly Holm will get another rematch.
No, she won't. Holly Holm doesn't belong anywhere near a title shot.
Holly Holm beat Aldana.
When?
Back then, 2020.
2020, okay.
UD.
Yeah, 2020.
Aldana was injured. It's an empty win.
It's an empty...
You believe Nunes has got this, no question.
I think so.
How?
Because she's much better.
Do you reckon KO? Has she got the same level of confidence as she had during the Cyborg Holly Holm period?
No. I don't think she thinks she's untouchable anymore, which might make her more dangerous.
I do like a confident fighter, though.
So do I. But now we've got a careful fighter. Someone who, maybe thinks a bit more.
She's so
bit more
strong.
calculating.
So strong at bantam.
She ragdolls that division. Like in terms of physical prowess.
5'8". So what's that? Aldana's only got an inch on her. What's her reach like? 69 against... Where's the reach on here? 175. Same reach. This is going to be a tough gig for Aldana.
Yeah.
She got a chin, though.
She got a chin.
Aldana, she put the brakes on Ketlin Vieira. Ketlin Vieira had that, was touted as the next challenger and then got KO'd by that beautiful hook.
Who do you think's going to win?
I'm going to go Aldana. I've always thought that Aldana can get this.
Okay.
She's going to be a heavy underdog.
Oh, she's 380.
380? Is that what we said? Let's have a look here. 385. Jesus.
You got it there, 385.
385, I think I saw. Yeah, 385. $1.25. Jesus Christ, that is short money, isn't it? Nice to see Volks $1.23 against he should get that done.
Against the ear.
I'm going to go Aldana. I do like to make big calls. I either pull them off or I have tipped Ion a couple of times, and I tipped Michael Johnson on the weekend. I'm going to go Aldana, Benny DeRouche, Mike, while you're having your pee break. Mike's going to get that done. Nate Landwehr and Eric Anders. Done.
I'll go Eric Anders. I think Eric Anders is going to win.
He's a gift. That's what he is. He's a gift to the UFC.
Eric, Nate, piss break. No, I reckon Fugget's going to win. Just to spoil the party.
Maybe it's Fugay. Yeah.
Charles, and then Amanda.
You're a chance to win the Goroka belt back this time, mate. Good work. All right, so that's it. What is the time? 12:15. You're going to get going. We're going 2 hours 30. Nice to see Aljo rocked up today.
You know what I love?
Tell me what you love.
He woke up late,
yeah.
messaged sorry, but never even made an effort to come.
Didn't even come here.
Just said sorry.
He'd probably rock up now with a coffee.
Yeah, sorry guys.
Sorry guys. And I'll say,
Chris Lee in the building.
that is still the best comment I've heard from you.
Love it.
So that's about it. We're done. We've got 2 cards. I'll get these up soon. I don't know. I might put it all in one, make it easier for everyone, including myself.
Hell yeah.
What else? Anything else we got?
Nah.
Nothing. Just working. You working today?
Yeah, I got work later.
Yeah, I got work tonight. Yeah, I can't wait. It's great.
Night shift.
Yeah. Let's not talk about my work. Do not talk about my work at all.
Brad's a pastry chef at a high-end patisserie joint in the CBD.
I make nachos and breakfast burritos. Thanks, everyone.
With sweet chili sauce.
Oh, yeah. Have you had that?
That doesn't go on nachos.
It does.
No.
It does. Only not lashings of it. You go the guaccas and the sauerkraut.
Don't like guac.
Really?
Don't like avocado.
If you go, okay, get a chip, go sour cream, and then just dip it in the sweet
Well, yeah,
chili.
that's what you eat with wedges. Wedges is sour cream and sweet chili sauce. That's the sauce combo for wedges.
Yeah, it's fine for nachos.
No.
It depends. With your nachos, do you use a heavily spiced chip like a Dorito? I prefer more a plain corn chip.
Yeah. I think I go not heavily spiced, but like a cheese. It'll be like a cheese chip,
But still, it'll have dustings on it.
Yeah, a bit of dusting.
I prefer the plain.
For the plain, just salt.
Just yeah, that's it.
So you can make it your own.
Yeah, I think that's why the sweet chili. I don't know how.
Do you have meat on your nachos? No, you don't eat meat.
No, I have I did eat meat in the breakfast burrito, but now I had the imitation meat, the corn.
I think it's made out of corn and maize, I think.
Something like that. Anyway, it tastes like dog shit. I just hammer it with the spices. It's not important. I didn't make it. Someone else made it. Anyway, let's not talk about corn chips. We're done. 4 hours 30 for 2 shows. Oh, we're getting it done. Thanks, everyone. You want to shout out to anyone?
Aljo.
Aljo, thanks, Aljo,
Thank
for
God,
not
yeah.
rocking up. You know, it was going to be the first time in 2 months that he come. I mean, he'll go to the boxing where he gets a free feed and free alcohol, but, you know, when we asked
We
him...
still only got one plate.
Did we?
Oh, we only got dinner. We never got our entree or dessert.
Really?
I don't think so.
I can't remember. I know we didn't get cutlery. I was eating some $200 steak with my fingers at one point.
The cutlery was all on the other side next to the bunny. The bunny took the cutlery.
Don't talk about her. Thanks, everyone, and we'll see you in about 2 weeks.
Slow.
Truthfully in the building.